Good day, guys. Good night or good afternoon, wherever you may be. I hope everything is good. Anyway, folks, just get right into it. When I started out the video, many video ago, I made hot chili sauce, right? And since then, I make it several times because it doesn't stay long at home when I make it. And this is really Thai, so you have to say Thai style chili sauce. And what is it? A combination of chili pepper, some sweet pepper. It's how it's making different way. Everybody had their own variation, but I make mine with some garlic, a bit of onion, some sweet pepper to go with it, and I use cilantro. But the thing about it, I use this part of the cilantro, the root, because I find out that this part having so much flavor. I also use a few pieces of the leaf, but this is the most important part. So right now, this is the chili we're gonna be using, and folks, I'm gonna be making a lot of this today because I'm making for a few people and also for myself. So I'm gonna be cutting up several times. Okay, so when you use the bigger chili peppers, these aren't very hot. But these bird eyes one, you got to be careful. So we might just be using about 3 or 4. But we're gonna add some sweet red peppers also to it. You know, I always do that with my chili. See, these ones are not too wide. I'm not gonna use all of these though. So you just cut them up, because they're gonna be boiled on the fire. Well, as we go along, you will see. Okay, I'm gonna use a few of these. I also like to throw in a green one. But this chili sauce is good in everything. So I'm just going to put those out of the way because I'm just going to be using a few of those ones because they are hot. They're close to our Scotch bonnet pepper. And another name for Scotch bonnet is habanero, I think. That's what some culture call it. Okay, I hope everybody's doing good. It's halfway through the week. It's Wednesday. Time go by pretty fast, so I'm going to use a few of these, and I'm going to make in several jars today because I have requests. That's why I do it, because mine is also finished, so I have to make more. And as I said, okay folks, yesterday I did a video regarding what did I do? It was liquor, right? I did Irish cream, okay. And in the video I said that my coffee machine I bought this is for Canadian audience, because they would know what I'm talking about. I bought it at Eaton's, but I bought it a few years ago, and since then, that chain of store has been closed. So, folks, I would say if you're interested, either go to the Bay or someplace else, okay? But Eaton's have been closed for a few years now, so I just want to correct it that because I gave the impression that it was still open, but Eaton's have been closed. The Hudson Bay Company store is still open, so they might have it. You never know. So anyway, I bought that years ago just before they closed. Okay. So Eaton's, it's downtown. Used to have a huge Eaton Center and stuff like that out of in Scarborough. They're officially closed. Yeah. So I just want to correct that. Okay. And I'm gonna be using, folks, I think just 3 of these chili pepper because these are called bird's eye, and they are hot. But this chili sauce, folks, it consists of if you're doing it, you must put fish sauce in it, okay? Fish sauce. And the fish sauce is salty, so sometimes I leave the salt out. You can add a bit of salt, but not too much. Okay. What am I saying? How many did I cut up? 3, because these are hot. These big ones are not bad. And I'm going to be using, these are some sweet red peppers, some garlic, and some onion. I'm not going to be using this for one batch because I'm going to be making several batches today. So that's it. So this one I'm doing the first set right now, okay? And your garlic, folks, when you're using garlic, right? If you're going to be cooking, prepare your garlic like 5 minutes at a time and cut it open like that, because when you do that, the antibiotic in it called allicin is activated, and that's when it starts to work. So cut it in half and leave it for about 5 minutes before you start cooking with it, and that's activated antibiotic in it, and you know, garlic. Okay, and this is this is the cilantro. This is the root of the cilantro, and folks, they have in so much, so much good stuff. See, this is the root part of it. Just cut it off. Yeah, it has in so much good stuff in it. It has in more flavor than in the leaf. I'm gonna use a few pieces of the leaf, but you know, the root part is awesome. So folks, when you have the cilantro, don't discard the root part. And I use most of it when I'm doing my jerk season, and that's where I get a lot of the flavor from. You know, so it's very good. So it's gonna be chili pepper, few bird's eye chili, but the bigger chili is mild. And if you only have the bird's eye chili and you have some sweet red pepper, you can combine that, okay? But don't use too much of the bird. It depends on, okay, I should say it depends on what level of heat you like in your stuff, okay? So, you know, I like a lot of heat, but this one I'm making is not basically for me, so that's it. So folks, this is gonna be cooked on the fire. So what it consists of, you're gonna have your chili here, your cilantro, a little bit of onion, some garlic, and sugar, and distilled vinegar and sauce. So we're gonna be blending it first. You can also use your food processor, but that's too much more work to cook it. My blender, it's easy to clean up, and I don't want too much work sometime, you know, because cooking is a lot of work. If you cook and you do it right, it's a lot of work. So right now I'm just minimizing that. So all of this is gonna be going into the blender, and I'm gonna put in a bit of onion. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, I'm gonna put in a bit of onion, and this red sweet pepper, that really give it put it up a notch or two, you know, and the garlic. Okay, and everybody here love a lot of garlic, so I put in a few cloves. Good. And I'm gonna put a few more pieces of cilantro, because we love cilantro, and cilantro is what really kicks up the sauce. You know, some people just put the garlic and the chili, and like I said, it's to your personal choice. You know, so this is it. And some people put very little heat, and then again, it's also your personal choice. Okay, so we're gonna have this blend up. Gonna start, and you're gonna put about a quarter cup of water in it, and please don't open it while it's going, because just in case it, you know, that is hot pepper right there, folks, so you have to be very careful, okay, when doing it. So I'm gonna be blending that. I could blend everything and just double up the recipe, but you know what, I don't want, I'm just gonna make this and to see how much I get from this. And then remove. Then after that, off camera, I'll do the rest. So I just want to do this because the first time I did it was about sometime last year. That was one of my very first videos. I have to go way down to find it. Anyway, I make it, correction. I made it several times since then, because I go through it very fast. So I make it off camera, but I'm going to do a batch right now, and I said, why, you know, when I look and see it so far down, I said, a lot of people not going to go down there to check it out, so I just, you know, do another bit on camera while, so you're going to add a little some water to it, folks, about a half a cup of water, okay, to get it going. And you're not going to blend it out till it become like soup. You're just going to be blending it, and you know, even the food processor, just to a certain point. You still want to have the seeds and everything in it. Yeah, so just to a certain point, you're going to be doing this, okay? Put a few more. And like I said, we don't want to get it too. But the sweet peppers are good, so I'm going to put most of the sweet pepper. And if I taste it and it's not as hot, If you want it, then you know, you can. I would add a little bit more stuff in there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go now, folks. Here we go. You just wanna pulse it to a point. Yeah, you don't want to get it like soup. Yeah, you don't want to get it too soupy. You still want to have it have a bit of let me taste and see how hot it is. And even that is hot, folks. Little more. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, folks, we're gonna come over to the stove, and we are going to. I have a lot of stuff on the countertop over here, so I'm just making some space. I'm just gonna be turning the stove on because we're gonna be using about a quarter cup of white distilled vinegar, folks. Use just because use white vinegar, no fancy vinegar, no well, it's up to people, but the best result I find is with when you use distilled vinegar, white distilled vinegar. Okay. And we're just gonna put everything. And folks, we're gonna use potato starch to thicken it up. If you don't have potato starch, you can use cornstarch or anything else. But the reason why I use potato starch, because what potato starch does, you know, the cornstarch sort of take away some of the color, you know, and sort of let it white. And if that happens, just put a little food color in it. Okay, folks. So that's about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the camera up here to the pot, and we're gonna start cooking. Okay, the pot is on, and we're gonna add the chili, because it's gonna, once it get to a boil, we're just gonna so we're gonna add everything right now. Oh, you know, folks, I make a mistake right here. I think you could do it that way, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to dissolve the sugar and in the vinegar first, so that we go back and get that done. So I gotta rinse. Well, I don't really have to rinse the bottle. I want to get the sugar and a little bit of water and the vinegar and get that going first. So I'm just gonna put about a quarter cup of vinegar, and I'm using a half cup of brown sugar, and a tablespoon of fish sauce. In that sense, fish sauce is a must, folks. You could leave the salt out, but not the fish sauce. That is a must, okay? And I'm just gonna let that loosen up a bit, and then I'll add the just want to melt out the sugar, and then you could use white sugar, any sugar, but use a very sweet sugar, because you know, you're going in for the vinegar, and you want to make sure that to counteract the acidity of the vinegar, you know. And if you taste it and it's still, you know, doesn't taste too then you can add a little more sugar. But I use a half a cup, so hopefully that's enough. And if not, you can also add to it. So this is just the vinegar, the sugar, and the fish sauce right now, okay? And you know, sugar is lumpy, so we can just get that all smooth before you put in the I'm just gonna put the stove up a bit more. Yeah. And I taste it. Could use a little bit more sugar. I put a half a cup in, so I put a little bit more to counter the fish sauce and the vinegar, you know. And it tastes good, so I'll add a little bit of salt, about a quarter teaspoon, and I'm using Himalayan salt, and not a lot. I'm just put about a quarter teaspoon. So when you put in your fish sauce for check it, and if it's not salty, then you add in a little bit of salt, and you can use any salt of your preference. It doesn't really matter. I just my salt is Himalayan or sea salt or kosher, and I have all of them. I use all of them, but each of them is done for a purpose. Like the iodized salt, no, I just use a lot to wash fruits and stuff like that, but Himalayan and kosher and sea salt I use for cooking. So once this melted out all the way out, then I had the chili, and it's going to be cooking for a little while till it just start to bubble up, and that will be it. Okay, I'm gonna add the crushed chili and garlic and cilantro, and I put a piece of onion in it because I like my stuff oniony and with a lot of flavor, and that's where you get from onions and garlic and cilantro too. Okay, so once it comes to a boil, folks, then we'll add the thickener to it. Okay. Okay. So I'm just testing it right now to see okay. I don't know if we can see right in it. Let me just put the camera up a bit more, so yeah, so you can see all this bubbling up. So once it starts to boil, I'll just add, you don't let it boil to the point where it boils over though. I think something fell in the stove. I'm using the big stove. That should I use a small burner, but oh well, that's okay. So once it starts to bubble up, folks, that's basically it right there. Then I had Soldier, big up yourself. Go over and check out Soldier channel, folks. He does a lot of graphic design and stuff for YouTube, and he's the one that did my channel, and he's doing all my thumbnails for every video I put up, and the guy is very talented, you know. So his channel is called Soldier and Lizzie, so go over and support him, okay? Subscribe to his channel. Also go over to Jamming with Richard Fire and show him some love. He's trying to get 60,000 subscribers right now. Yeah, I think it's, when I check last it was 58.4. So folks, you know, and he's, you know, he's doing a lot of good movies and stuff down in Negro. So folks, go over and show him some love, okay? You know, everybody will subscribe to him. Try to get somebody to subscribe. You should be able to get that 60,000. You know, you should be able to get that by the end of the week. You know, he's makes so much good movie. He's a good singer too. You know, he's multi-talented. He's a writer. He writes for most of the movies. So that's another multi-talented person right there. So between Fire and Soldier, you know, they're burning up Jamaica right now. They need your support, especially Fire right now. You know, I would love to see him get 100,000 and up, but right now he's just trying to make it a 60,000, folks. So folks, please go show him some love, you know. Like I said, if you look what he's doing, you have all these young people, take them off the street and out of school, and they're there 3 meals a day, and he's teaching them a craft. They don't have a gun in their hand, they have a camera in their hand, right? And that's the kind of Jamaica we need right now, to get these young people with anything but a gun or a machete or a knife in their hand. And this is what Ian Richard Brown is basically doing. And you know, he has a second location right now, and so he can take in a few more kids, because a lot of them, when the kids finish school in Jamaica, they don't have anything there to do, you know, nothing to do, because You know, we have a worthless government down there, a corrupt system who don't care about the people. But I guess it's up to the people to get up and fight. You know, so. But I'm just here fight supporting the kids. That's all I care about right now, the young people. Not that I don't care about the older one, but the young is our future. And the countries at a state right now is almost mashed down to the ground, you know, by these corrupt politicians, you know, all of them. So support the movement, folks. Support these guys so they can help these young people. Because every young people he gets there, that's an extra gun off the street. They don't go that way because they have nothing to do. You know, they have nothing to do. So, you know, he's helping them. And Richard Brown is helping them. He's doing so much and he's very dedicated to what he's doing to help them. He's not just doing it for himself. Because if you were doing it for yourself, those kids come by him and 3 meals a day, they live there sometime if they have a place to stay. And they still pay them something, but they can. But, you know, they don't have the resource right now, financial resource to pay people what they would like. So this is why they have to push the movies out. And right now it's trying to get to even 60,000 people. And the movies are good. And I went going to the comment and everybody is saying, when's the next movie? When is the next movie? But, you know, you got to show some love, you know, and help out. It's not going to take much just to push that red button, folks. It don't cost anything. You don't have to pay for it. So push that red button and give Fire and Jamie Hood 60,000. Today is Wednesday. By Friday, folks. And, you know, you won't regret it. Okay, folks? All right. One love. So it's bubbling right now, folks. It's bubbling. I'm going to let it cook. Just give it another couple minutes. Let it cook. And after that, we'll have... Wow. You see, folks, you have to be careful with the bird's eye pepper, you know. And after this, I'm going to cook my supper. 1 meal a day. And I think I'm going to do some callaloo, folks. Yeah, I do a lot of veggies. We'll see. Or some fish. Yeah, I just try to just go 1 meal. You know, it's 5 o'clock now, yeah. Let me, you know, that's it. I'm not telling anybody else to do that, especially diabetic patient, but this worked for me. And a lot of walking, drink a lot of water. You know, it's what worked for you, folks. Like I said, when you're diabetic, check with everything. Even what I'm doing right now, it has in some sweet in it. Everything in moderation, and you know, check with your doctor what and what. Well, you know, diabetic people, you know what to, you know, and avoid. Just like when I did that Irish cream yesterday. And funny or not, folks, it was not very sweet. You know, even though it wasn't very sweet, because I think what alcohol does to a lot of things, it cancels out everything. So you know, it was very delicious. So folks, try that one too. Try it. Like I said, I make almost anything that I know to make that I use, folks. I'm making it for myself. And this could last this last month. I make it in the fridge sometime for a whole month. I'm telling you, but the lifespan of it, they say it could be two weeks, but mine well, no, if I'm alone, sometimes it doesn't even last for 2 weeks. But I have already that I made quite a few bottles and it lasts for a month. So this is it. So also, I did put in the description yesterday, the Irish cream can last it to a month in the fridge. 2 weeks to a month in the fridge. But that's for sure. I don't think that's gonna last anybody that long, because you know, it is good. I'm just mixing it up everything today, folks, just like the chili sauce. Just dropping everything, mixing it up. So right now, folks, I'm gonna lower the heat and I'm gonna put in, and I'm using potato starch. And like I said, the reason why I use potato starch, because it won't change the color of the chili. And if you use cornstarch and it does, just put a little red food color in. I'm just gonna add this is potato starch, and this you can get in any major supermarket. Okay, let me taste. Wow, folks, So it's just bubbling right now, and it's ready, folks. You see how thick it gets? Look at that. See that, folks? That is Thai style chili. Spicy and nice, and it tastes delicious. So this basically, I'm just letting the potato starch just cook a bit in it. Yeah, because you know you don't want to eat stuff. Yeah, just let the starch just cook out. Look at that consistency and that color, folks. Look at that. Beautiful. And that is Thai style sweet chili. Okay, I'm just, you know, these stoves still go very long once you turn the heat off. So I'm turning the heat off right now. And I'm just gonna bottle it, folks, and see, it's very easy to make, folks. I'm just gonna take it off the heat right now, okay? Very easy to make. My countertop, folks, is just full of stuff on it. So folks, look at that. Look at that, folks. That is Thai chili. Look at that. I'm running out of ketchup. Okay, you know, folks. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a bottle right now, and you know, just get a mason jar or whatever, you know, and just put it in, bottle your stuff, and that's it. That wasn't so hard, folks, and that has no preservative in it. That's the beauty about when I make things for myself, folks. It has no preservative, and I just make enough so it doesn't linger on in the fridge for a long time and spoil, you know. So that's the beauty of it. I'm trying to get me a mason jar right now, if I can find one. I find two, so that's good. And the reason why I use mason jar, because it's easier and it's more to put hot stuff in, you know. You use it on a bottle and bow, explode on you. Don't do that. Okay, folks, so I am going to be, when I come back over here and bottle it. Need a cup of coffee right now, but I'm waiting till 6 o'clock. My fast can go up till there. Okay, so folks, I am going to bottle it over there. I might have a little bowl to put the rest in. So I have 2 mason jars, and we're gonna come over here and I'll give a few bird's eye chili for my pot. So folks, I'm just gonna scroll right back over here. And I'm gonna bottle it right now so you can see it. It's very easy to make. I think I'm gonna use a spoon. Okay, folks, I am gonna put it in a mason jar. It smells so good, folks, and it tastes good. And like I said, you just put the amount of pepper, amount of heat you want in it. Okay, this is good. And this is used on anything, in your soup, in your stews. When it's even like a pepper sauce. If you like a pepper sauce with a little bit of sweetness to it, you know, you're eating your food, you just add it to it. It's good. They use it a lot in their spring roll and egg rolls. All of that is very good. You know, when I make fish cake, or we call it in Jamaica saltfish fritters. Oh my god, and you dip that in it, it's awesome. I'm gonna have to clean the outside of the bottle off, folks. So that is it, and I just put the rest in. I made a bit of mess there, folks. So it's used for a lot of stuff, you know. Okay, folks, that's the rest of it, and I have to clean that off. And folks, you wear a gloves if you you know, I'm a pro at it, so wear a glove because you don't want to make a mistake and you know, put your hands in your eyes, because it's not gonna be very nice. So wear a gloves preferably, you know. But I've been doing this for such a long time, and this right now is hot and nice, and you know, even when you fry chicken, anything you wanna put this on. But like I said, it's good for everything. Thai style sweet chili, folks. Doesn't get no better or no fresher than this, right? Have to really, presentation has to be very clean and nice. So, and the ingredients here, folks, is basically, the main ingredients is your chili pepper. Like I said, the larger chili peppers are very good. They're not very hot. So if you eat wise, so that's it. And I did put in some cilantro and garlic, That's it, folks. And like I said, most people just use the garlic and the add pepper, and that's it. Yeah. So it's all up to you. And like I said, I use the root of the cilantro, which is so good. I also use these in my jerk seasoning. This is where most of the flavor in the cilantro is, in this part. So don't throw this part out, folks. Cut up all of it and use it, okay? So basically, folks, that's, and a little bit, and vinegar, That's it. Fish sauce vinegar, fish sauce, and some white distilled vinegar, and a little bit of salt, and you can use a food processor too, folks. You can also use your food processor. So this is what, and like I said, the salt will be optional, because the fish sauce is a very salty thing, you know, but it has a lot of flavor in it. If you make chili, sweet chili without fish sauce, it doesn't have any taste, okay? You have to add the fish sauce, and it's very salty. So if you're a person that watches hypertensive or, you know, high blood pressure, I would say if you use one, you use a little fish sauce, okay? And then don't add any salt to it, okay? So these are the stuff that all you need in it. Fish sauce, white vinegar, a little bit of salt, your pepper, and I also use sweet pepper, big sweet pepper, but I have no more right now. I just, those one that I use, those were in frozen, because I buy them a lot when they're on sale, and I wash them and I cut them and I put them in the freezer, and they're still good. So right now I don't have any fresh one, okay? But that's also is optional. If you just want to use your chili, go right ahead. And folks, please like this video, share it, and subscribe for me, and big up everybody, okay? Folks, that is Thai style sweet chili sauce, and like I said, it is good for so many dishes. There's so much you know, appetizer and stuff like that. So please try it, folks. It's sold in the store. Yes, it's preserved, and when I have a bottle, the store one, and it doesn't taste the same, folks. It doesn't taste the same, because I don't think they put too much chili, or Well, you know, I'm not gonna knock anybody, but I'm just gonna say it does not taste the same. So you could check, give it a shot, okay, folks. And again, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. And you have yourself a good day, okay? All right, peace.